BagFuel, baby.
BagFuel, we back. Go to BagFuel.com, like, subscribe, super things, cop the cookbook, cop the sweatsuit, cop the sweatshirt. Clue stuff will be up there. You know, DJ Clue is a permanent part of our show now, so get used to it. It's a fact. You know what I'm saying?
You want to make the announcement before we introduce Jon B?
What announcement?
We doing an 8-bar contest.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, B.
We're going to be taking submissions. The beat's going to be by DJ Clue. It's going to be turned up. We're going to switch the eight bar thing around, and we're going to make a prize. We're going to attach a prize to it.
We'll talk about that later on.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later. But today we got Jon B.
Woo! Jon B in the building.
In the building.
That's all right.
My man, pots and
The
pans.
most soulful white dude of all time. Ain't that what they call you? But they say you black, though.
Hey, it's a blessing, man. You know, just be part of the fam, man.
That's it.
30 years now, so.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
I'm gonna jump in real quick, because I know we don't got a lot of time. What was the best part of you working with TuPac? And you was one of the last people to work with him. What was that like? And were you in sessions inside the booth with him and all that?
Inside the booth with him, yes. I mean, just meeting him at the How Do You Want It, video shoot was cool, getting to, run into, Casey and JoJo and Pac and Sway and Tech back then, And he was doing his thing, and he was just, it was really cool. He was down to earth. He was like, play me what you got. And I had some beats. I played them for him, and he immediately started, freestyling for me. So I was just like, all right, this is happening right now.
That's the real MCs, man, because nowadays, I feel like rappers don't have the rhymes on deck like that, man. Some do and some don't, but it's more don't than do.
Oh man, he was in it. So and everybody's like, oh, you gonna take that in the studio, So I was thinking, okay, that's dope, But 2 weeks later, he hit me up and he was like, come to the studio, and came through, and we made Are You Still Down, and that was like 3 or 4 hours, you know what I mean? Just
with the session,
hearing the beat, you know what I mean, and being able to put the song together,
That's interesting, because now, people always say to be fast in the studio. I think Jay-Z has,
one take hold.
Yeah, polluted people's minds on the process of creating a song. So to hear that it took a 3-hour.
Well, it was, in terms of the actual writing of the record, it was about a 3-hour process.
See?
It was so
That's
fast.
beautiful to hear.
Because it was just so, when he played me the track, if Johnny J had this wonderful track that he did that I believe it was a song that Pac had tried to cut before, that he called Tongue Kissing or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And it could, I mean, that's what I hear now. They're telling me all this information. I'm like, really? That's cool. I never knew that. You know what I mean?
Crazy.
But I guess that's part of the history. So I want to tell the story right.
Yeah.
And
how do you feel about the new generation of music right now? Because see how you said, people go in the studio right for 3 or 4 hours. Nowadays, I don't know how heavy you are in the studio right now, but I go in the studio with some of the young boys, and they don't even write shit down. They just be in the booth, and they go bar by bar and just punch in and make this shit like that.
I mean, it's so many tools now, and so fast and so instantaneous,
right?
That you can't even be mad at
any
of the way that it goes down, because really there's no rules to it. It's just a matter of in our day, it was more primitive. It was much more of a real, damn, we had to you know what I mean?
Right.
You know what I mean? Brick for brick, we had to lay it, and if it was erase it, then erase it, because you can't go back to it if you're gonna be on the same track. You better not take it. You take another track and make a safety or something if that might be it, but so it was a much more methodical process of putting everything together.
I remember back in the days, recording on those tapes, you had to slice the tape and put it back together. It was crazy.
But I think a moment in time,
flying joints,
speaks to what the music is.
Come back in an hour and we'll have your joint ready. You know what I mean? Maybe a couple hours.
Shit like that.
And then it'd be a hook that'd be a little quicker than the other one. So you had to be like, all right, no, go back, do that one again. You know what I mean?
Right.
No, that was mad primitive.
Yeah, for sure.
But did y'all enjoy that better? Was that more
we
enjoyable?
had to be patient, you know what I mean? It wasn't instantaneous gratification. It was more like,
But don't you build relationships with that time and that work? because things are going
Yeah,
so
yeah.
fast now. I feel like, yeah, we're doing records, but back then, when you and Pop was on the record, it felt like the visual, like y'all knew each other. Y'all cut the record together.
We was
y'all
taking the
spent
time.
This is what I'm saying. So did you like that better?
I love that. I love that interaction, first of all, being in the studio together and having that energy back and forth. What we gonna write about, man? I don't know. What that feel like to you? I'm like, he's like, and he's like, oh, okay. Girl, it's all right, baby. He putting the words to it.
Right.
I'm like, all right.
Okay.
So it's tit for tat, you know, that in that way of we're gonna answer our own question. What you really want to write about is, are you still down? And I'm like,
Right.
oh, okay. Like that's the name of the record. And so that's what, you know, that's how it ends up coming out.
We're just in a moment of time when you say primitive, because if Clue is 15 years older, right? Let me show you something.
Yeah, yeah.
The tapes aren't the same, because think about how hip hop exploded. You have a tape and it's a young dude in a boombox and he could walk the streets.
Mm-hmm.
But years before that, to hear music, it had to be on a record player.
Yeah, yeah.
So to see how hip hop transitioned now, if we walked around with a boombox, you'd be like, what is this dude doing?
Right.
But the younger generation is just on their phone, headphones. They're not even letting the music explode. So
Yeah.
the moment in time just speaks to what it's gonna be for how people transmit the experiences.
How they create.
Yeah.
Do you think you would like working with any new artists now, like some of the young artists,
Hell yeah.
and push them out?
Alex Isley's on my new album. You know what I mean? That's out right now, Waiting on You. Yeah, it's the song called Show Me. And she was amazing to work with, man. She's so like, I mean, she was so just down to earth, and like coming from her lineage, man, you know, I can understand how she's coming in with her, you know, just her whole, you know, just energy is just like, it's ready, you know what I mean? She's kind of like, almost like a seasoned veteran already, you know, and the way her voice comes off. It's just so authentic.
What do you think Jon B's greatest miss is? Like someone you were supposed to work with and you got too
Sade.
busy?
Really?
Oh my
my
God!
God.
What?
Man.
Nah.
Yeah.
Seriously?
She's been the love of my life all my life, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Damn.
Never got to meet her. Not yet. But yeah, she's pretty much the quintessential. She's like the most loving woman I've ever known, the most consoling, you know, woman I've ever known. That voice, if you listen to any of her songs, man,
Nah,
it
for
just
sure.
makes you feel
You
good.
just
you know?
gave me an idea. I think you just do an album with just all female features. So Alicia Keys,
that would be crazy.
Sade,
Yo.
Erykah Badu.
What?
Yeah, just
you're
and get
killing me right
everybody 12 bars only.
That would be
They 12 bars.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah, get them out of here. Alicia Keys, you and Alicia Keys going piano crazy.
Alicia Keys would be crazy.
Y'all should have a piano battle.
She's amazing.
You ever?
Oh, that would be amazing.
Have you ever tried to work with these people, or it just didn't happen, or you did? Because
you busy?
I'm
we've
sure
crossed
that they would
paths,
want
you know,
you
I mean,
to.
me and Alicia have crossed paths. We've chopped it up.
Okay.
It's amazing. I've given her flowers. You know, when she first came out with the A
Hell
minor
yeah.
album, I was there for the
That's
record
a
release
masterpiece.
party.
Yeah, okay.
You know, and just to be able to say, you know, peace and blessings to you. You know, it's a beautiful thing, and yeah, just to be a part of that history and that time period is just a wonderful thing as well. Thinking back, man, you know what I mean? Ain't it? You know what I mean?
What about the new project, man? Talk about that a little bit.
New project, man. I'm just honored to be able to do this after 10 years of kind of being, you know, just in tour mode, really. You know, we were in pandemic, we went through it all, right?
Sure.
We went, you know, so it was a lot to endure over these last 10 years, and to come back after it all and have sort of like this resurgence, man, was just crazy. I mean, with all the shows being the way they've been, and like the consistency of people wanting to see me out there on the road is really what's been the main driving force, but you know, behind my whole, you know, everything. Celebrating the music that I've already put out, you know, but let alone I felt like, man, I want to put a new album out. I want to put some new energy out, you know. So
What keeps you going? Is it that you like to be on stage? Is it the money? You just love to sing? What is it? What keeps you going?
I think, you know,
The challenge?
the music is itself, the sounds, you know, what the energy that I'm getting. Everything that I hear is so motivational.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like every kind of style of music though. It's not just one. It's like when I was just in the Uber right now, and the guy was playing like some Arabic kind of music, and it was just the runs I was hearing. I was like, oh my God. And like, you know, I'm always inspired by music. So it's like, it's not just one thing. It's music in general, sounds, you know what I mean? Frequency. That's what I'm into.
Now, do you hear anybody nowadays R&B wise that inspires you, that reminds you of you?
Absolutely. Many people. But it's like, I feel like that's the one mind though. You know what I mean? That's like what we're all tapping into, is that we all kind of like have this consciousness of something, this collective thing. I like to call it hip hop because that's what we've been calling it all these years. You know what I mean? So I love it because hip hop has been so inclusive to all music. There's nothing you can't make. There's no sound of music that you can't put out there. Like, I don't care if it's polka, or if it's like reggae, anything. You know what I mean? There's no classical music, anything. You can all incorporate it into hip hop.
What's the one song of yours that you kind of slept on that became a big monster?
Well, I do. What You Say, Boo song.
Yeah.
I had that on my first demo.
Mm.
Wow.
So I was 18 when I came to, you know, Babyface and them, and we saved that. We saved it. You know, for some reason we just didn't go with that one first. You know.
How do you feel about legacy? Because I'm big online about talking about people's legacy. I feel like that people of the generation who had a lot of hits, like yourself, I feel like that they can spoil their legacy putting out these later songs that people don't receive as well. How do you feel about that?
I don't know, man. I think when you're dedicated to your artistry, you're dedicated to your artistry. And I'm not asking for permission to be an artist. This is who I am. I'm doing this regardless. I'm doing this regardless of whether I make money doing it. If I have to spend my money, which I am doing because I'm independent. So evidently I'm, you know, investing in myself and my dream. This is what I do. I'm not asking for your permission or anybody else's to do what I do, to be an artist. You know what I'm saying? This is what it is. Accept me or don't. There's a million other artists to listen to. But my thing is, like, this is my contribution to the planet. You know, while I'm here, this is my purpose.
What does it take to invest in your dream at where you at? And the reason why we ask, it's a lot of young artists who feel that it should just be handed to them. And for you to have everything saying you're putting up your money,
you got to invest in yourself. Because why should anybody else, if you don't believe, why should anybody else believe? You know, I know what it's like to have people believe in you. And at the same time, after they believe in you, for whatever reason, you know, pull back. You know what I'm saying? And so when that happens, you have to believe in yourself.
When you first dropped, was there any backlash when people found out that you was white because they thought that you was black?
Oh yeah.
What was that like? What was that like?
yeah.
What was that like?
Necessary. You know
Interesting.
what I mean? Necessary. It's like growing pain. Because we're all one man.
Sure.
And it's going to be a growing pain for everybody, essentially, because if you haven't learned to accept that, then you're going to learn now, because I'm 50 now as a man. I'm 30 years in the game, and I'm not changed. I'm here, you know what I mean? I'm raising my daughters, 18 and 11, 18 years of marriage with my wife. I'm still a solid dude doing what I say I'm about, you know? I'm just a man.
You didn't let it phase you.
Did you ever have second thoughts though, or while you was facing some of the backlash? Did you ever?
No, because I know that's a necessary thing for the society that we live in. You know what I'm saying? That's a reality of it. I embraced it, and I went deeper into the culture and embraced it more, and went to every club, and went to Kingston, Jamaica, and to Tough Gong Studios with Bob Marley, you know, his energy, and embraced the culture, you know what I mean? And been to Cuba, you know, Havana, Cuba, and you know, to go there and be in those studios and build with those musicians, and you know, and to go to the places I've been in, like London, and you know what I mean, to have the culturing that I've had, you know.
I'm sure at some point it might help you though too, like on the other end, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? White privilege. Fuck it.
Well, I mean, whatever that I think that, I mean,
It be like that. It is what it is. It's reality.
It's a factor of reality, right?
Sure.
But I grew up with, parents that raised me in music like as if it was athletics. Like if you were an athletic family and you took it that serious, like everyone's gonna be a baller in this family, whatever it is, whatever. My family was, my dad's a professor of music, taught, college for 35 years, you know what I mean? Conducted opera, you know what I mean? And I grew up waking up in operas when I was 3 years old, like, whoa, like,
That's crazy.
well, you know what I mean? In the middle of an opera, you know? So it was a different kind of upbringing. My mother's a concert pianist and taught piano to kids for like
Did
35
that transfer
years.
over to your daughters?
You know what? It's the musicality is inevitable for them because they just get it. I mean, they sing and they do all, but I don't put the pressure on them to follow in daddy's footsteps because that's just something I just don't want to do for them.
What instruments you play?
I'm drums and I'm keys, my main thing.
Okay.
You ever had a harmonizing shit? Because I'm hearing you sing, like you ever been with other R&B talents and y'all just going at it? Not like battling, like who was some of the names? Yeah.
Oh man, I mean, just recently, like just getting to get with my guy Tank, man.
Really?
Tank is just such a wonderful inspiration for
Talented.
me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Tank is
talented. But he's a self-contained artist. He
Meaning?
can write.
Okay.
He can play the keys and write his song right there on the spot. You know what I mean? And just that's the same type of artist I am.
I'm about to say, don't you do that as
You know,
well?
yeah, it's that's what we do. We sit down, we play some chords, we get a vibe going, and then we sing what comes to our mind. And but for him to like vouch for my record, "Waiting on You," was my first single for this new album, "Waiting on You" is the name of that album. Was incredible. Just for him to say he loved the record, but then because I went on RB Money, we had that interview.
Yeah,
And it
him
was
and
dope.
Jay Valentine.
And yeah, man, we built with that, and to share that with him, I was like, hey, man, you're a big part of this inspiration in terms of like just how I'm riffing and, the way my voice has kind of matured over the years. You're a big inspiration for me, man. So I want to give you your flowers,
How do you
And when he heard the record, he was like, yo, I got to be on that. So I was like, man, okay, let's do it. And I didn't think I thought he, might have just thrown out there real quick. But he came through the studio and man, not only did he sing on it, he played the keys, played bass on there,
Laced
strings.
It's fine.
It's dope, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
What you think was your? I always ask, what's the one moment where you knew you made it? Like, what was your big break? Like something like maybe somebody called you or you seen.
I knew I made it when I met Babyface. Straight up.
right?
I knew I was at the synapse, and you know what I mean. I was at the Oracle
how'd that
or
come
whatever
about?
in the Matrix. No, that's where it was when I was about, I want to say 18. I was shopping my deal all around Hollywood, and man, I got it, to Yab Yum Entertainment at the time, and that was this guy that answered the door named Michael, which was Michael McCorn, which was Tracy Edmonds' little brother, and I gave him my my tape, my CD at the time or whatever. Back then it was cassette though, actually.
Sure, yeah.
And I remember popping the cassette into his Cherokee in the driveway, and he heard my beats. And he said, "Man, this you did this production?" I'm like, "Yeah, so I'm gonna play this for Kenny." And I was like, "Who's Kenny?" He's like, "Babyface." And I was like, "Babyface? Babyface is involved with this label?" He's like, "Yeah, man." So I was like, "Okay, cool, whatever." So I left him with the tape, and I went to Motown Records actually, and I went in with a meeting with them, and I started playing my music, and the guy was like vibing, and he's like, "All right, this is dope." And there's a phone ring, his phone rings, and he's like, "What's up, Kenny?" "Oh man, yeah, Jon B's in my office right now." He said, Kenny said, "Come over to his office when we get out of here."
It's crazy.
So I was just like, okay, I'm on my way. Like, I gotta go, bro.
I feel like nowadays, man, if this story would go totally different. Like you play some dope music, and they be like, "Yo, but can you dance? Can you do this? Can you do that?" Like I feel
Social
like
media. What's your social media presence?
No, I had like
how many followers you got?
I had like 40 joints on my shit though.
Oh
You know what I
shit,
mean?
okay.
So it was like the production was thick. So because I was studying after my man, I was big fan of Jimmy Jam, Terry Lewis, and Teddy Riley, and just all the thick production. So my production was already really well ahead and really well produced, and I had like a little 16-track Tascam John at the time.
You going crazy. But it goes, that story you tell goes to what he said, because you get a lot of dudes that say, yo, I had a meeting at the record label and they said they'll think about it and I just got to come back. And Esso once said, they're not interested. They will
I got that a lot too. Yeah. I actually went into Sony early on. Speaking of this, I hate to do this to you, Randy Jackson, but he was like the guy, he was cool though, man. He always believed in me though. I will say that. I had this group because I never really had the gall to be a solo artist per se. I always wanted to be kind of like the Teddy Riley of
oh wow, okay.
You know, so I had my unit that we were called Unity at the time. So we came in, there was a Filipino dude and a black dude and me, and we came in, we auditioned for Randy Jackson, Sony Music, you know, and we came in and we did our song and dance. We were trying to dance back then, believe it or not.
Everybody had to dance.
This is pre-Color Me Bad though. This is before Color Me Bad. So when we saw that, we were like, "What? Oh, they stole our bag!" You know, we were crushed. We were winning Soul Train Awards and all this. We were like, "Oh, we can't do this now." You know, that's what shut that group down.
Color Me Bad.
But Randy, he said, "Man, I'll sign you, but I can't sign these other dudes, man." And I was like, "I can't do it, bro. I can't do it." So I couldn't leave my bros. You know what I mean? So it was more like that feeling of not really ready to be an artist.
But in the back of your mind, where you were like, "I'm him."
You know what? It didn't happen until I met Babyface.
Okay.
And when I played those 40 songs, when he heard those records, and I came back and had that meeting with him when I came back, and he was like, "Yo, who is this singing on this stuff?" And I was like, "This me." And he was just like, "All these songs are you?" And I was like, "Yeah." So why aren't you being an artist? And I was just like, "Well, I always wanted to be like you, man, but I just want to be part of the team, bro. Like, I'm not trying to push all that.
Right.
We'll do that when that time, you know." He said, okay. But you should be an artist. And I was like, "All right, well, we'll keep it in mind. But till then, can I work with New Edition and Tony Braxton?" And I started naming off all these artists and Michael Jackson and all this. And he's like, "All right, we'll make that happen."
So just give the people some of the songs that you worked on, man, so they could know.
Oh, man. Well, In the Late of Night is one that I can think of by Tony Braxton on her Secrets album that I wrote with Babyface, Kenny, you know, in his house, actually. On his piano, I was just riffing away. And he was in the kitchen and he came in and he said, "What's that?" And it's just like, "I don't know, I'm making it up. G minor, and I'm just going."
It's that music theory,
and he
man.
sat down.
G minor, like,
no, I'm just kind of going.
That's too deep for them.
Yeah.
They talking about G minor.
We understand.
They don't know nothing about G minor. Like you went.
They're like, what is he saying?
Yeah.
I'm just in G minor, baby.
Going crazy.
So now the producers got AI doing that for them. Man.
Yeah,
Hey, listen. So I'm in G minor. I'm doing a little chord progression thing, just like. And he sits down. He's just like, man. He starts recording on a little mini recorder, and he starts singing to that, which is the song "In the Late of Night." And the next thing you know, I'm hearing it by the Japanese Philharmonic playing, you know, on top of it with Tony Braxton's voice. And I mean, we wrote those lyrics together, but most of them are Kenny writing it. But wow.
That's dope.
I got a real question. Do you ever raise your voice?
Stop it, man.
He don't get a little scared. He be like, "Stop that."
Do you ever raise your voice?
Like,
No, yes, I do raise my voice.
Yo, kids, go sit down
No,
over there.
Look, we're
Listen
chilling.
to your
We're
mother.
chilling. Like,
Yo,
I mean,
don't let me
trust me.
Don't let me
You know,
smack you.
I don't know if you've heard it, but you know who you resemble or resembles you? Jon Bernthal.
Who's Jon B?
What the fuck is
Plays the
that?
Punisher. He was in Breaking
Oh,
Bad.
yeah.
Cause Steve right here, he looked like Captain America. Like for real. I'm like, we got 2 movie stars. I was like, yo.
My boy just sent me with a meme of that, dude. That's what's funny.
Really?
Man.
You said that?
Yeah, my boy's the ventriloquist, man. Beat ventriloquist.
That's crazy.
They just sent me that shit. That's, oh, man.
Yo, imagine Jon B doing her with the
Big shout, beat ventriloquist.
So,
man.
I mean, I know your wife is here, man, but what's one of the wildest tour stories, man? Like something that happened, maybe like someone threw some pains on stage. What's going on, man?
Wow, tour stories. Oh, man.
When we see Chris Brown singing in the rain, Drake is sniffing panties, Trey Songz is body
Trey Songz
slamming
going
girls.
crazy.
Chris Brown did a whole
Concert
show
in the
in the
rain,
rain. It's crazy.
He's off the charts right now.
So, and Beyonce has a flying Chevy in this. So you had to.
Man, I'm so boring.
you just.
Well, one time I took my shirt off at a show, just being really, really crazy. And I'm not a big guy at all. I'm very skinny, actually. But I was kind of making fun of myself, actually. And I was just like, you know, I don't give a, what y'all think about what my size is, man. I'm a man. This is what I'm doing. So I took my shirt off, and they were like, whatever. I just started doing some push-ups on stage. And my man came up. Just like, I did. I started doing push-ups on stage just to make, like, I got no arms at all, bro. I'm not big at all. You know what I mean? So it's more like just trying to make fun of myself, really. And my man came on stage. He gave me one of my tour shorts. He said, man, put that back on, man.
That's right.
And I probably would never tell that story ever, but I just told that story, I guess. So.
What's something that you really dislike about the business side of the music business?
Not the creative.
The business part of it.
The whole
He went through every scenario in his head, like,
business part of it. The music part is cool.
like when you found out what you're gonna be getting for streams versus all them sales back in the days,
streams,
right?
man. We ain't talking streams yet, but
said
you know what I'm talking about.
We talking about the whole
We talking
business.
about when we entered the game. You know what I mean? Like streams is not even a thing. We ain't even thinking about streams. Streams is like, you know what I mean? No, streams is no. I mean, honestly, oh my gosh. I remember what it was like to have people stand in line for the physical CD and watch people in line outside Tower Records, Virgin Records, Warehouse, Music Plus, Sam Goody, all these places. Mad lines, yo.
Listen.
Everywhere in different cities, and I'd have to go and sign the autographs for like these physical CDs that people buy, which is my music, which is like 14 joints that I worked on, that I worked on for like 3 years.
What was that like? Where Jamaica, Queens, all the hood niggas was online. Downtown Brooklyn.
She was a good feeling. It was a good feeling to have people just like, you know what I'm saying, pull up to an in-store and be like, buy your CD and you autograph it, man. You can't beat that feeling, man.
Are we dwelling on the past?
Yeah, we are.
Much?
No. It's
Are
just
we
a matter.
dwelling on the
so.
past
No,
of
it's
the
just a
business?
matter of like it doesn't take much anymore for me to feel validated anymore. I do this for the love, baby.
Joe Button said that. He said
I already been validated. It's already good. Like I'm chilling in my art form. And I want to get better in that. And I want to do classic music with whoever is on the same wave that I'm on, man. If we're going to ride it together, let's go.
I just think titles don't have the same meaning. Before, if you said you was an A&R, an R&B singer, a DJ, a manager, all of that, a rapper, that meant something. Now it's like, oh yeah, cool, you're a server. Okay, cool, you're a drug dealer. It's the same thing. Your father, it's the same thing. It don't have the same meaning being an artist.
Because it's
people aren't making it that anymore. I feel like the more that you see someone step out into their own and kind of own it and write their own stuff and take a chance and say, you may not be the main thing on the radio, but you may take that little moment in time to have a moment with me and check out my music. And that moment is worth something to me still. And when you come out to my live show, you're going to see me sing my heart out to you.
ROI.
So, that's what it's about, man. It's just remaining to be authentic in the true artistry. Performing, writing, producing, making videos, making tours. You know what I mean? Just
I got like one more question for you. Everybody says that, you know, it's hard to put out music. It's hard to do this, hard to make money in streaming. It is. But for some reason, on the West Coast, Kendrick Lamar has figured it out. Although SZA's from Jersey, she's home, she's cultivated
Doechii.
on the West Coast. And Doechii has figured out how to still put records on the radio.
It takes
still
money.
do quality
It takes
music. There
money.
you go.
It takes money,
Your
man.
eyes lit up when you said money.
Man, it takes
People don't know
money.
that.
You got to invest in yourself. You got to invest, or somebody's got to invest in you. So my thing is before you ask somebody's permission, you got good credit, go invest in yourself, man. Go take a credit card out, invest in the album.
You said that.
And make
I'm
that
telling
happen,
people
man.
that.
You know what I mean? If you have untouched credit, man, go make it happen. That's what.
But they be scared, John.
So
that's where you separate the men from the boys,
That's
though.
not
He
my
said that's not
problem.
my
But that's where you separate the men from the
He
boys.
said that's not my problem.
I'm just saying
That's,
because
well, that's
listen.
why everybody can't play in the game, man. You know what I mean? Just because you feel like it looks good, and everybody can't put those shoes on, man.
What's
You
the
can't-
minimum
Not
number?
everybody can walk in my shoes, literally. You know what I mean?
What's the minimum number for a person to really start taking this serious if they want to make some impact? They have the talent.
in your mind, a
In
dollar
your mind.
amount, a dollar
I
amount.
think just don't stop. Just don't stop. And
a lot of
that's
money,
the
sir.
number one. Don't stop. Then second of all, beyond don't stop is invest in yourself. Like just know there's somebody else who's putting more money in there. It's like, you know what I mean? So as you put your money into it, it's gonna be cool, but there's always gonna be somebody who's gonna outmoney you and be bigger than you. You know what I mean? So no matter in any walk, in any genre, it doesn't matter. There's always somebody who's gonna pull more strings and just make it happen, more things for themselves. But that shouldn't define where you're at. You should do it because you love it. And when you invest your money, just know you've put that into that. That means you're
in.
solid. You know what I mean?
What's the money commandment that you live by, which means something that you've done across the years to ensure you keep money in your pocket?
Performing. Performing is that's the only narrative I control. You know, I can't control what the labels do with the money after they make it, you know what I mean? After they make, it's a lot. But, but I know what I'm worth, you know what I mean? So that's what keeps my faith, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna speak on ins and outs of whatever, but I'm just saying.
How much you think the label, because Life Jennings said, I think Sony owes him $6 million.
Yeah, I don't like speaking on things like that.
Okay, definitely.
Yeah.
I ain't man.
But I ain't mad at the people that have made their money in this industry and who are staples in this industry, and for whatever reason, they're able to consistently continue to have it in this industry. I don't necessarily know what means it takes at this point to be successful, because I think if you don't own your artistry and just love it, then you're not going to be very happy in this game. You know, because it's designed for them to win, not for us to win. It really is. And until we figure out another tangible essence, I don't know, maybe we can sell an album on a T-shirt, you know, on a code.
I seen
or something
Chance
like
Rapper
that.
do that. He had the.
I showed it to you.
You
I
scan
showed
the
it to you.
tag.
You scan the
album.
CD.
Oh,
You
yeah, I
actually
did
get
the
a
physical
CD.
job,
You
man.
scan it,
Yeah,
it goes right into your thing. I gotta ask this: if Jon B was young at 18 right now, and the music industry was like it is right now, would you still have pursued it?
Hell yeah.
Okay, that's all I want to know.
Keep that dream alive, man. That's anybody, you got something to say it, man. And don't wait for anybody to give you the permission to do so. And especially this generation, because y'all got all the tools.
Yeah. You should do a song with SZA.
I love SZA.
That right there, you got a harmony already in your mind?
Come on, man. I mean,
Let me hear something.
Music folks always got something in the chamber. Pause. They always, whether it's a beat, a melody, some lyrics.
that's a no-brainer.
Yeah, it's
So,
easy.
Yeah, that's a no-brainer.
But you know, Clue's doing beats again, and he got
You
all
didn't-
types
yeah,
of shit,
Why
John.
why do people always sing it? Again, I've never stopped.
Because I'm not
always
saying
been
you
doing-
stop.
I've always
Don't
been
play
doing
with it, man. We make
Yeah.
a hit.
The
man.
language
No-brainers.
was wrong.
I never
okay?
stopped.
I feel like he's busy like
I
John.
think we're
He be
overdue
touring.
anyway, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Sure,
what?
yeah, we gotta do
That's-
something. Yeah,
that's-
sure,
absolutely. I would love that.
Nah, that's
I would
dope.
love that,
I like
man.
that.
All right, just send me my 20% when y'all make
Gotcha.
time. Like, subscribe, super thanks. Follow BagFuel. Follow Jon B.
Where can
for
they stream
real.
your music at
How can
again?
they
Yeah,
get
so
your music?
official Jon B, you know, on on all digital platforms, man. And yeah, Waiting on You, new album.
Let's go.
Is it on iTunes? Is it on iTunes?
Of
On
course.
iTunes, okay. And you're performing. You got a
Sony
concert
Hall this
coming up,
week.
right?
Yeah, Sony
on Thursday.
Hall. Yeah, Sony Hall.
So you gonna push your music, your brand new music, while you gonna mix
definitely
it
we're gonna
do
mix
with
it
the
in
classics?
with the classics.
Woo,
You
smart.
know that, man. Absolutely, brother.
Shout out to you. Appreciate you coming out for us, man. I wish you
My
the best
guy.
and everything. Shout to Hunting Fish for having us here today. We greatly appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? It's a new aesthetic. It's dope. And I hope that y'all enjoyed it. BagFuel, we out of here.